It's overcast today. Weather's cooler. High humidity though. Feels like rain. Hope we don't get wet. See if we can put some miles in. Take you along. So this is the city library with their fancy art pieces out front. This one closest we call the Flying French Fries. And the other one over there that's yellow we call Big Bird. I have no idea what their actual names are. Hello, dear. So we're out at Hindman Junction. This is where the MKT intersects the Katy Trail. Basically, you're at McBain, if you've ever seen that on the Katy Trail map, or if you've ever made this trek out here to see it. The Katy Trail is an awesome trail, by the way. Relatively flat, old rail bed, crushed limestone, usually maintained well, although there was some issues this last spring with the floods. So from this spot, if you were to go this direction, which is back to the west, you'd go to Rocheport, and that is 8.3 miles to Rocheport. Rocheport's a cool little town, has a winery, neat place to stop. If you were to go east, you'd be going towards Hartsburg. Hartsburg is 16.4 miles that direction. Home of the famous Pumpkin Festival. You should check that out sometimes too. Plus there's a great place there to have pie, if you're into pie. So I took a couple days off riding because I needed to rest the body, rest the butt as much as anything. Getting my saddle back in shape. But today I wanted to talk a little bit about pedals. It's an age-old debate, probably worse than sailors when they talk about anchors, and truck guys when they talk about Dodge versus Ford versus Chevy. There are really lots of different pedal options, but probably the three most common are flats, clips, so regular flat pedals that have sort of toe clips on them, and then clip-in pedals, where you have to buy shoes. I have opted for flats. The reason is I just love the convenience. For one thing, when I'm touring, I don't want to take multiple kinds of shoes. I just take one pair of shoes. Another reason is we ride a lot of gravel, and so it's nice to be able to just pop your foot down if you hit a loose spot. Harder to do with clipless pedals where you're actually locked in a little bit. There are some great shoes and great clipless pedals, though, that are options. The thing about it is it's costly to test. Because if you want to do clipless pedals, you got to buy some shoes, you got to buy the clipless pedals themselves, and they're not cheap. So the dilemma is, do you take the plunge and buy shoes and clipless pedals, and then if you don't like them, you have to sell them or get rid of them or whatever? Totally up to you. I say try them all out if you want to and find out what works for you. I've been really happy with these Chester race pedals. They have the little notches that stick up. They're flats. They're nice and wide. They're easy to put on. They're really free spinning. Great bearings. Relatively affordable. I bought them on Amazon. You can get various colors. They're great. That's what I put on my bike. I've been completely happy. I like to wear different shoes, so I don't want to have to change shoes if I'm touring or whatever. So that's my choice. But I'm interested, what kind of pedals do you prefer, and why do you prefer those? Some people really feel like clipless pedals make them more efficient. Again, Like everything, there's all these varying opinions. Lots of studies. Everybody wants to quote a study, but then there's studies that show everything. They're like statistics. It's worse than a presidential race, I'm telling you. I'll show you my pedals. These are the race face. You can see they have these pins that you can change out, adjust if you need to. They've been great pedals. I've been very happy with them. That's what I use for pedals. By the way, we're 14 miles in on the ride, so it should put us at 28 or so for the day as we head back. Let's see if we go the same route back, but pretty much probably be close. Turkeys. "27 miles today. It was a good ride. The sun came out the longer we were out and got hot. But it was a good ride. I'd be interested to know more about what your experience has been with pedals. Like I said, flats has worked out well for me. I've really enjoyed the flat pedals, but I would like to know what your experience has been. Do you like clipless pedals? Do you like just toe clips? And what shoes have you found that work really well if you do clipless? Because that's a big part of it. So anyway, thanks for coming along. It's good to hang out today, and see you again soon.